In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 3 best keyboards you can get in 2023. Now this list isn't composed of the brands like Logitech, Razer, and SteelSeries. Instead, I have some low-key brands that aren't really overpriced and have some really high-quality keyboards. And starting off this list, we have the Epomaker EK68. Coming in at a price range of around $80 to $100, this 65% keyboard comes in many different colors: black and silver, black and purple, and black and gold. You can also get 3 different options for the switches: the Epomaker Flamingo, the Gateron Pro 2.0 Yellow, and finally the Epomaker Budgie Air. I got mine in black and gold with this switch, and this keyboard in my opinion is the best keyboard I've ever laid my hands on. From looks to feels, this keyboard has it all, and the switches are incredible. I've had this keyboard for 5 months, and being 100% honest, I haven't been able to use any other keyboard besides this one. The switches have the perfect actuation point, they're not too hard to press down on and not too easy either. And the best part is that these switches do come pre-lubed. They feel really smooth and creamy and also sound amazing as well. Here's a sound test. This keyboard also has a volume knob on the top right, and this has come in clutch so many times. If you're gaming and need to turn your volume down because someone's screaming on the mic, all you have to do is push it and it mutes all your audio. And besides that, you just turn it to the right to adjust the volume up and down. This keyboard also has an amazing design at the top. You get the option to choose between 3 modes of connectivity. You get 2.4 GHz, USB-C, and Bluetooth 5.0. And all the connections are really good. They don't have a crazy delay. Right next to this, there's a switch which allows you to switch over from Windows software to Mac OS, and this comes in really handy if you own any Apple devices. On top of all these amazing features, this keyboard is also hot swappable with 3 or 5 pin hot swap. So if you ever want to try out different switches, you can do that without having to buy a whole new keyboard. The keyboard also has some insane RGB as well. With the RGB facing south, you won't have to worry about any issues with the RGB, like a red light coming from under the keycap. There's so many different modes and variations of RGB to choose from to match your setup. Now, enough of this keyboard, let's move on to number 2, the KiiBoom Phantom 81. Now this keyboard is sort of on the pricey side, coming in at around 120 USD or 160 Canadian. This 65% keyboard is fully transparent, including the keycaps, and honestly I think it's worth the price. This keyboard is very unique and unlike any other board I've ever seen. The keyboard has a fully clear case as well as keycaps, allowing you to see every component inside, and this will definitely level up your setup. This keyboard also comes with 3 modes of connectivity: 2.4 GHz, Bluetooth 5.0, and USB. Additionally, it comes with the switch which allows you to switch over from Windows to Mac OS. This keyboard is really hefty and isn't really lightweight, which kind of takes away being able to carry it around in your backpack. In the top right of this keyboard, you also get a volume knob which allows you to control the volume. This one is a lot bigger than the EK68. This keyboard also has some really great switches. They feel like they're lubed, but I'm not 100% sure, and the switches are made by KiiBoom themselves. Here's a sound test. This keyboard is really high quality and isn't plasticky or flimsy like other keyboards. Even if you tried your hardest, you would not be able to bend this keyboard. And on top of that, its weight helps it stay in place, so you don't have to worry about this keyboard sliding around. The RGB on this board is also really nice. And I'm going to be honest, some of the RGB modes don't really suit this keyboard, but some of the modes make it look so much better. This keyboard is also 65%, so you do get the extra few keys without sacrificing mouse space. Moving on to the last keyboard. This one is pretty popular, and if you're a gamer, then you most likely have heard of this keyboard. And the keyboard I'm talking about is the GK61. This keyboard is the cheapest on this list, coming in around $40 to $60 depending on who you buy it from. This keyboard is the best budget option when it comes to 60%. It's also hot swappable, which allows you to do any mods you want to do with it. This keyboard is really good for gaming, and it allows you to have all the necessary keys without taking up too much space on your mousepad. This keyboard is also known for being one of the fastest keyboards, and this isn't going to instantly make you a pro at the game, but it will give you a slight advantage. Furthermore, this keyboard in all white looks amazing, and with the RGB it can really make your setup look so much better. Now, certain versions of this keyboard are Bluetooth, but the one I got is not Bluetooth. The size of this keyboard is really small and compact, which allows you to take it on the go. And unlike the previous keyboard, this keyboard is insanely light. The keyboard also has an ergonomic slant instead of just being a flat keyboard, but almost all keyboards have that. The keycaps are PBT, which prevent them from wearing out, and I've owned this keyboard for around 2 years now, and there's no sign of wear on the keyboard. The USB-C cable is also detachable, which is something I like a lot. I personally hate keyboards where you can't detach the cable, so this is definitely a huge plus. The GK61 also has multiple layouts or profiles. By clicking a few buttons, you can actually make this keyboard have arrow keys on the bottom right, and it also allows you to use the function keys at the top, which is a great feature in my opinion. And overall, I think the best keyboard on this list is the EK68. I have a full review for all these keyboards on my channel, and if any of these boards interest you, be sure to check those out. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. It's completely free and it helps out the channel a lot. I'll see you guys again in the next video.